There's an 100% chance I am not currently speaking to a black person. I think that kind of sucks, but you know, we can't win them all, right?
Dear future president.
I am an activist.
I'm a creative and curator at Art Ho Collective.
I'm a Muslim woman.
I'm an activist, and we need to talk about the next 4 years.
I would like you, our next president, to know about race relations, that the problem is much wider than the media wants us to know. We constantly see race relations pigeonholed and categorized into a conflict that only occurs in the street between a white, cis, heterosexual policeman and a cis, heterosexual black male. I would really encourage you, future president, to acknowledge that race relations don't just exist in those contexts. They exist in schools, they exist in neighborhoods, they exist in homes.
This past year, 3 young black Muslim youth were shot and killed, and it's really enough. We shouldn't have to continue asking ourselves what part of our identities we're going to be targeted for next.
Safety in America for black people is completely different around the police than it is for any other group of people who live here. Before Mike Brown was killed on August 9th, I remember how I felt when Trayvon Martin was killed. When Mike was killed, it was different for me because I didn't have to travel. He was literally killed in the city that I grew up in. I protest because I believe it's important that people hear my voice and physically see me demand that there should be a change.
There's no excuse or justification for shooting an unarmed black man who's having a seizure, or arresting a black woman for a minor traffic violation where she dies in jail.
Campaign Zero is a 10-point policy plan on ending police violence in America. It's created by Sam Sinyangwe, DeRay McKesson, Brittany Packnett, and myself. The 10-point policy plan includes things like ending for-profit policing, ending stop and frisk, and ending broken windows policing. All these things together work together to hold the system of policing accountable in a way that we haven't seen before.
Police brutality is not an issue that is going to go away as long as we have the current police system, because it was born of slave patrol. So once something that has that inherent racism within it, it's not just gonna change by retraining the officers. You have to completely uproot the system and look at, you know, its roots. And its roots were in capturing slaves and returning them to their masters.
So I really implore you to help us in the healing of the symptoms that have caused by poor racial relations, so that I and so many other girls and people of color can freely walk in their own skin.
Thanks for listening, and remember, the people are watching.